morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to do a lovely little half-hour hatha yoga class. So, comfortable on your mat, sitting cross-legged, Sukhasana if you can. If you can't, just sit any position that's comfortable. If you have to have your legs straight, that's fine. Now, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Long, full, smooth breath. And when you inhale, always try and suspend your breath. Just hold it for a couple of seconds and then exhale. So try to focus on the same breath the whole time we're together, all right? And always remember to listen to your body, honor how your body feels. If something we do is not going to feel good or it's going to cause you pain, don't worry about it. Don't overdo it. And don't force the stretch. Skip it if you need to, all right? We always start our class with a couple of minutes of breathing, of pranayama, just to relax and just to tune into the breath and slow things down. Today we're going to sit in Buddhi Mudra. So your little finger represents clear and intuitive communication. Your thumb represents your ego. Together, palm up. And if you're not interested in, doing any mudras, just put your hand in your lap. Still do your pranayama that way if you'd like. It's completely up to you. Close your eyes, sitting nice and tall. Big breath. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Just slow down, relax the shoulders, just breathe. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Suspend your breath, exhale fully. Now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. Slowly bring yourself out of your pranayama. Open your eyes if you'd like. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more breath. On your next exhale, drop 3 fingers, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. Take a big breath. And on the exhale, come up. All the way. Sitting nice and tall in your sit bones. Let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. Reach. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion are activated. When together, focus your energies on breaking through barriers for one more breath. On the exhale, keep your hands above your head. Put your hands together, preparing for seated half moon salute. Take your breath. On the exhale, I want you to lean to the right. Just slightly. Really starting to wake up the left side of the body. You can engage the core muscles in your lower back, obliques as well. On the exhale, come up. Preparing to go to the left on the next exhale. And just tilt slightly. You don't have to go too far. Make sure your sit bones don't come off the floor. On the next exhale, come up. Inhale into a back bend. One more breath. On the next exhale, come down slowly, very gentle with your shoulders, hands right in front. Now, from here, as I do a lot of little demos. Keep your breath going, okay? So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this one here. This one here, for those of you who are not very flexible, now you're going to put your hands in the front. Now make sure your back stays straight, head level with your spine, trying to hinge at the hips. What you can do is you can just bend the elbow and lean forward slightly. Those of you who are a little bit more flexible, crawl your fingers and go as far as you'd like, all right? You can make that little adjustment. Preparing for our nice forward stretch, big breath. On the exhale, either just lean forward. The leaning part is the most important. The position of the arms is secondary. Now this is going to start lengthening your spine, really releasing the shoulders and all the muscles up and down your back. Try to keep your head level. If you have to bow a little bit, don't worry, but not too far that you actually curl your upper spine. On the next exhale, stay low and let's slide our hands. Let's go all the way to the left. Now the weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor. Again, reach. Feeling the shoulder stretch, the upper back. Now, if you find your right hip comes off the floor, your sit bone, pull back a little. I really want you to be anchored and really grounded to the floor. On the next exhale, stay low and shift your body weight all the way to the right. And again, the weight's on the right thigh, left hip on the floor, and reach, stretch. Really get that stretch. Go wherever it feels good for you. If you find some people just don't have to go very far to get the stretch that they need, that's fine. I don't want you to feel that you have to be aggressive. You don't have to really reach too far. Find the place, because your breath is what matters. If your breath changes, you know that you have to make a little adjustment. So that breath is smooth and complete and relaxed and slow. Now while we're here, let's release the tension we hold in our face. So I want you just to really engage, really scrunch up your face as tight as you can and hold it. And then let it go. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the ground for one more breath. On the next exhale, come to center slow. Bring yourself up all the way. Hands on the lap, roll the shoulders up, roll them out. All right, let's do a nice little Sufi roll from here. So keep your hands on your lap, sitting nice and tall. I want you to inhale, press the chest forward. On the exhale, roll to the left, just a half circle. And exhale yourself back to straight spine. Again, inhale, press the chest forward and just roll. Shoulders are completely relaxed. One more time to the left. And this is a Sufi roll. This is engaging the lower back muscles, some core muscles, some obliques, lower spine. Let's go to the right. Inhale, press the chest forward and just roll. Your arms are so limp right now. Your hands are just so relaxed. Again, to the right. Inhale, press it forward and roll. One more time. Inhale and roll. This is called a Sufi roll. Back. All right. Wonderful. Perfect. Roll the shoulders out. Okay. Now, we're going to do a nice little side stretch. So this one here is where my little lovely block comes in. I'm going to show you 3 ways to do this. Ultimately, if you can, elbow on the floor without the right hip coming off. We're going to bring our arm up. If you find that's literally too deep of a stretch, this is where our friendly little block comes in. You can set it up, rest your elbow here. If you have to go here, you can do it that way too. Now, if you don't have a block, anything that lifts up, get you off the floor, a thick book would do as well. You can do it this way. Just reach your arm out, bend the elbow a little, and you can do the same stretch. So I'm going to do it without the block, all right? Left hand on the floor beside my left knee or on the block, or have your left hand out here. Right hand on right knee, straight spine. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Now the right arm should be lined up to the head, to the side of the body. So try not to be tilted forward or leaning back. Elbow and shoulder of the left arm are nice and lined up. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. You can reach over, stay here, back up, even put your hand on your hip if that feels better. One more breath. On the exhale, left hand to left knee. And on the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder just a little closer to the left knee. And this is a lovely upper back stretch. You should feel it all the way down. Don't go too far. On the next exhale, bend the elbow, stay low. Very gentle with your spine, come up. Perfect. Left hand, left knee. And if you're using your block, take your little block with you. I'll use the block this time. Left hand, inhale up. Exhale. Try to relax, breathe. So even if you try some of the stretches, and if you find that you get into the position it's really not going to work for you, it doesn't feel good, bring yourself out of it right away. Don't worry about it. But just keep the breath going. On the next exhale, left hand to left knee. And push away. You can soften the elbow or keep it straight. Let your breath guide you. Bring yourself right here, right now, where nothing matters and how you feel in this moment. Try to maybe decompress a little, re-energize. On the exhale, bend the elbow. Come to center. Up, all the way. Roll the shoulders up. Roll them out forward and backward. Loosen things up. All right. Let's see if we can get into our little butterfly now. So just changing position of the legs a little bit. So this is our butterfly, or they call it the bound angle pose. So this is specifically for the inner thighs, for the pelvic floor, groin area, for your tight buttocks, and also a nice gentle hip opener. So 2 ways to do this one here. First of all, I'll show you the deep version, and then I'll show you the modified version. For those of you who are a little more flexible, hands on the ankles, we're gonna lean forward. You're gently pressing on the knees, but your head is level, your back is straight, head level with the spine. Now, if you find sitting like this is as far as you can go, just rest your hands on your legs, keep your back straight, just stay right here and breathe, okay? So you can decide what feels good for you. Those leaning forward, do it on the exhale. When you press on the knees, don't put too much pressure on the knees. You're focusing more on leaning forward as opposed to pressing on the knees. You're gonna feel this either way. So be very gentle. Try and relax your legs. Try to relax your thighs and your hips. Just let it go. I want you to really focus on the sensations of that breath. You know, sometimes at a different position, there might be just a little bit of discomfort. Discomfort isn't a bad thing. Usually you can breathe through it, maybe make a little adjustment. Find that place that feels just right. On the next exhale, come up. Perfect. All right, let's bring the knees together. Now, I want you to straighten the left leg. And let's put the foot into the cusp of the knee. So the right foot in the cusp of the knee. Now, this one here is, we're gonna focus on the left leg, but stay in this position here, still working on a little bit of a hip opener, releasing this thigh. It's a gentle knee stretch. So if this is getting too intense, reposition your leg, slide it down along the side of your calf if you want, okay, but not any higher. All right, so let's focus on the left leg. So this is a hamstring stretch. So this is stretching the back of the leg into the buttock as well, and behind the knee as well, and the calf. Hands either on the thigh or on your knee. So let me show you this one here. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna lean forward again with a straight back, head level with my spine. You can keep your hand here. For those of you who wanna go further and can go further, you can come, you can even grab your foot if you like, all right? Try and relax. Starting with a straight spine, take your breath. On the exhale, just lean forward. You don't have to go far to feel this one here. Now, while you're in this position, I really want you to pay attention to your knee and your quad, your thigh. It's probably tight. Try to let it go. Relax. It doesn't mean you might not go further, but I just want you to be aware of the tension. Try to isolate. Try to release it, even in this position, even with the breath. One more breath. On the next exhale, come up, slow. Perfect. All right, let's get right into a twist pose from here. So I want you to bring the knee up. I'm going to give you 2 different ways to do this one here. Now, if you can, right foot on the outside of the left knee, just like this. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this one here. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back. We're going to look to the right. This is one version. For those of you who want to go a little bit deeper on this one here, we're going to get into our shoelace pose. Now the shoelace pose, you roll on the hip, you bend the knee back, and you can do it this way, all right? So if you prefer to keep your left leg straight, you're still going to have the left hand on the right knee, all right? And like I said, if you're in this position here, this is a posture on its own. This is a wonderful stretch for your hips and your thighs, okay? But we're going to focus on the spine with this one here. So I'm going to stay in this position in my shoelace pose. Big breath to center. On the exhale, look over the right shoulder. Your back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Releasing the spine. And don't torque your back or your neck. You don't have to go too deep. If you're a little more flexible and you want to go deeper, you can press on the knee, but always move on the exhale. And if you have to come out of it, come out of it, or just reposition. All right, one more breath. On the exhale, come back to center. And let's untangle those legs. Let's go to the other side. So let's just gently untangle the legs. Straighten the left one, straighten the right one, I should say. Left foot into the cusp of the knee, or slide it down a little further if that's more comfortable, but don't bring it up any higher. That's a whole other position, okay? Now, both hands on the thigh or on the knee. Again, with a straight back, head level with the spine. Take your breath. On the exhale. Just let it happen. Just give in to your breath. Just let it happen. Don't overthink anything we do. Release the knee and the thigh. On the exhale, come up. Perfect. Okay. Let's get into our twist pose. So bring the knee up again. I'll show you again this way here. So right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back, look over the left shoulder. If you want to get into your shoelace, roll on the right hip, bend the knee in. Now in the shoelace pose, you can kind of keep it loose if you want. For those of you who want to get up a little tighter, you can make that adjustment. You can get as tight as you'd like, whatever works for you, all right? So I'm going to do the shoelace pose again this way. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back, breath to center, exhale. Back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe, keeping our spine nice and flexible and balanced and supple. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, those tight muscles, the extensor muscles, the multifidus muscles up and down your back. On the exhale, come back to center. Untangle those legs. And let's get into our staff pose now. All right, finally get to straighten the legs. Comfortable on your sit bones. So this is our staff pose. This is a neutral place and a resting position as well. You can come to any time. Now being aware of your posture, sitting nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed, all right? Let's work the ankles, the feet, hands, and the fingers. So I want you to reach out with your hands, bring them down a little lower so we focus on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand, not so much the shoulder. Make a fist, bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Breathe. Really want you to think about what brings you here today. So dedicate this class, this time to yourself, because it is all about you. This is your time just to slow things down and step away from everything. And, pay attention to your body, your mind, and your soul. On the exhale, straighten hand, open fingers, palms to ceiling. Put the right hand on the tip of the left fingers and gently pull back. So now we're releasing the flexor muscles. When we did the fists, the opposite was the extensor muscles, so the wrist and the hand and the fingers. Let's go to the other side. Follow the rhythm of the breath. On the exhale, release. Bring the hands up. And I want you just to wiggle your fingers around. Wiggle them around as much as you can. And if you can, let's add a wrist roll. Now you can go a little faster, play piano if you'd like. Keep the breath slow. Even if you're moving a little faster, keep that breath nice and slow. Just really move them around, articulate them. And then from here, bring them up. Stretch them out. And then let them go limp. And shake them out. Shake it out. Perfect. All right. Let's do some nice ankle rolls. So I want you to open up your legs a little bit, just a little bit. Now comfortable on your sit bones. If you want, you can lean back. If you prefer to sit with a straight spine, put your hands along the side of your hips. All we're going to do is we're going to roll in and we're going to roll out. That's it. Now when you're rolling the ankles, try not to wiggle your legs too much. So I don't want you wobbling all over. If your legs move a little, don't worry about it, but try not to wiggle them too much. Focusing on the ankle, the lower leg muscles as well. Now, ready? In. Exhale to center, pause. Again. Really articulating those lovely ankles. We're going to do it on the opposite way now. And when you finish your last set, I want you to wiggle your toes around. Play piano with your toes. Really articulate those little toes. All right, perfect. From here, let's get into our table now. So, onto your hands and knees. Now, make yourself more comfortable if you need. I always supply little pads for people who have little sensitive knees. It makes sometimes just a little bit of padding makes a big difference. You can use a thin towel or a thin blanket. Same with your wrist as well. Now, this is our table. Checking your alignment. Ankle to knee, knee to hip. Knees are hip distance apart. Elbows, shoulders, wrists lined up. Head level with the spine. Let's do some cat and cow. Inhale up. Head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Try to relax your thighs while you're doing this. Keep going all the way. Lengthening, releasing the tight spine, releasing upper back and lower back. And one more, up. Breath and motion, meditation motion, cat and cow. And when you finish your last little cat, bring yourself to straight neutral spine. Release your hands, move them around if they're a little tight. All right, so from here, we're going to work on a nice little sequence, a little flow from here. So you can just sit back and relax. I'm going to show you quickly and then we'll do it together. So we're going to start with our rabbit. We're going to go into our low plank and our sphinx, all right? So we're going to try and do that twice. And this is all mobility on the mat, nice and low. It's a lot of upper body, okay? So let me show you quickly with the rabbit. The rabbit, you're going to come down on the forearm, top of the head on the floor. That's it. Now the rabbit pose, you can open up your elbows a little wider if you need to. Top of the head gently resting on the floor. This is a wonderful stretch for the upper back. And this is actually targeting a deep muscle called the rhomboid. So it's muscle that's a really deep muscle that's just around your upper spine, behind your shoulder blades. And then we're going to get into our low plank. So let's start with our little rabbit. Everybody in position, take your breath. On the exhale, come down on the forearms, top of the head on the floor. Try to relax. One more breath. On the exhale, keep your arms like this. I want you to bring yourself onto the floor. Body onto the floor, pelvis and hips nicely anchored. Elbows, shoulders lined up, elbows and wrist. Take your breath. On the exhale, curl the toes, get your body off the floor. Head is level with your spine, low plank. This is a lot of core strength. One more breath. Exhale, bring your body onto the floor. Look up, look forward. This is our sphinx. And this is a very gentle back bend. So 3 positions with our arms pretty well in the same position. All right, perfect. Preparing for child's pose. From here, take your breath. On the exhale, push yourself all the way up. Open up the knees, lean back, and rest. Now make sure your head and your neck are supported, resting on stacked fists. You can rest your forehead on your block, on stacked hands, or on the floor. And this is our child's pose balasana. This is a resting neutral place. It's a full body stretch. So just relax and thank yourself for being here right now, for taking the time out of your busy day and your busy life to be on your mat just for a little while, just to kind of slow things down, turn all the noises off, and focus on your breath and your body. One more breath. On the exhale, come to table, curl the toes, let's get up to mountain. All the way. Come up nice and slow. All right. Roll the shoulders, shake the hands out, shake the legs out. Mountain Tadasana, feet are hip distance apart, nice and anchored to the floor. Let's do a few stretches from here. Standing nice and tall, being aware of your posture. Breathe. Feeling completely relaxed, calm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale into a back bend, or just reach up to the ceiling. From here, prepare for chair pose. Take your breath. On the exhale, bring the arms out. Soften the knee, reach. Now this is the chair pose. Make sure the knees and the toes are lined up. So make sure your knees are not forward. That's really hard on your knees. You really want to take care of them. Lean back. Chair. One more breath. Exhale, ragdoll. Hang out. Keep your knees soft and just hang out. If this makes you dizzy, come up halfway if you have to. And lengthen your back. Release. On the exhale, chair. Really feel the muscles in your back engaging with this one here. Muscles up and down your spine. And up. Exhale, back bend. One more breath. Exhale. And roll the shoulders out. From here, let's get ourselves onto the floor. We're going to go right onto our back. So come down nice and slow. Keep that breath going. And I want you to lay on your back. And let's do a few stretches from here, all the way down. Comfortable on your mat. Keep your knees bent. Back is nice and grounded, shoulders are relaxed. I want you to straighten the left leg. Keep the right one bent, preparing for single leg stretch. Take your breath. On the exhale, bring the right one up, give it a nice big hug. Now the closer you bring your knee to your chest, the deeper the stretch you will get. This one here is a really nice stretch for your thigh, hamstrings, your quads, your buttocks, pelvic floor area, hip flexors. One more breath. And on the next exhale, release. Counter pose. Gently reposition yourself. Straighten the right leg, bend the left one. Big breath, and on the exhale, bring it up. Now adjust these stretches to what your body needs right now. What feels good for you? Maybe one side of your body you need to go a little deeper. Maybe you don't really need to. Set it up to what feels good for you at this point in your practice, in your class. On the exhale, release. Now bend the right one. Let's give both legs a hug. Exhale. And rock. Relax the shoulders, rock. Give yourself a wonderful back massage, really releasing the spine. Massage. Little circles to the left. Let's focus on the lower back. Little circles to the right. Smile. Breathe. Close your eyes. Knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall shoulder height. Take your breath, and on the exhale, if you can, drop your knees to the left as you look over the right shoulder. Now straighten your legs a little for comfort. Just let them fall. They don't necessarily have to touch the floor. If your block is handy and you want to put your block underneath your bottom knee, you can do that. Look over the right shoulder, gentle spinal twist. For one more breath. On the next exhale, slowly, very gently bring yourself up. Preparing to go to the other side. Take your breath, and on the exhale, drop your knees to the right and look over the left shoulder. Try to relax the shoulders. Just let your legs fall. One more breath. On the exhale, come up slowly. Now I want you to straighten your legs one at a time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let them fall over your head. And I want you to really stretch your body out. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. Reposition your arms. If this bothers your shoulders, just move your arms anywhere else that feels better. All right. Lengthen your body. Feeling nice and long. Feeling heavy. Feeling the weight of your body, leaving an imprint of your physical body into that mat. Completely relaxed. Excuse me. Calm. No thoughts, no worries, no cares, no anxieties. Just the breath. One more breath. And on the next exhale, I want you to bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling. Hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana. Meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice tonight or today. Resting comfortably in your corpse pose. At this point, if you want to bend your knees for comfort, if you want to lay on your side, you find a place that is comfortable for you. And just relax and just keep that breath going. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into your space, back into the room. Bring life back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, take your time. I want you to bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position. So come up nice and slow. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. All right. Comfortable in your Sukhasana, or like I said, any seated position that's comfortable for you at this point. Hands together. Let's rub vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands on your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath to tune in. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right. Yay. All done. That was wonderful. Oh, thank you so much. All right. It's always absolutely my pleasure to do this with you and for you. All right. Slowly getting back to my regular teaching schedule. So when I'm in full swing, I'm at 15 classes a week with all three disciplines, the chair yoga, the Pilates, and this lovely hatha yoga. So I'm going to try and keep these going. I'll Don't know if I'll be able to do them every week, but I'm gonna, just because I love doing these as well. So, and it keeps you guys out of trouble, right? All right, so thank you. Have a lovely day, and be good to yourself, be kind, and think kind thoughts. All right, and to have a wonderful day. Keep smiling, keep breathing. All right, thanks again.